Time out. Girls, come on. Grab a seat. Very few left. I also want to let you know that there are beautiful parallel sessions happening. One and three upstairs and two downstairs. So we have parallel sessions on all day from 2:30 until we finish. Today and tomorrow. So just to let you know that there is some really beautiful, intimate conversations happening in those rooms if you're interested. If you need information, please talk to the girls at the registration desk upstairs. Who's still drinking that coffee? Let me find you. Okay, so this afternoon we have a very diverse panel of six speakers from 5 different countries. It doesn't get much more diverse than this. We're talking about living a holistic life in the 21st century, in our present context. What is it that we can best offer to create those solutions? And it's my pleasure to welcome our speakers for this panel. If I could welcome on stage Tisa Bowman. Please put your hands together. And I would also encourage you to move up front. We can also move closer. Please come together closer a little bit. Tisa is a founder of Life Mastery coming from Australia. Wow. Welcome. Thank you for that. Have a seat. She is a pragmatic futurist, author and speaker with an entrepreneurial drive. We can't wait to hear from you. Rosemary C. Williams. Welcoming Rosemary from the US. She's the CEO of Women's Perspective, coaching individuals on the issue of personal money management. Welcoming Rosemary. Please put your hands together for this lovely lady. Dr. Lara Perez. Dr. Lara, we welcome you from Slovenia, a devoted student of life, an English language professor. That you are. Dr. Georgia Ligon Schwill? How did I do? Okay, got thumbs up. An anthropologist and strategic communication expert from Slovenia. We're living a holistic life. Yes, we are living a holistic life in the 21st century. But we're also hearing it from the experts on how to, and why to, and why not to. Over to you. Would you like to sit?
No, I like to stand. Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. 30 years ago, when I just turned 50, I started asking, how would I like to spend the rest of my life? And that was a turning moment. You know, when for me, turning 50 was so much more difficult than when I just turned 60 3 years ago. So that was the time when I started asking, what else is possible? What would I like to create as my life and living for the rest of my life? Because I look around my environment, look at the people who's working with me. In that moment in time, I was a senior executive of Fortune 500. My life was extremely busy, traveling the world, leading a corporate lifestyle. And it was pretty stressful, and I knew that there are so much more to life than, making money, success, and create, the world that could be even better than that. So I began to look at what else I could truly create and generate in the world. And I realized that my priority is so much more than just become a successful executive or successful businesswoman. And that's when holistic lifestyle started for me. I started a project called Conscious Leader for Futures that are Sustainable. I began the research, talking to women and men all around the world, looking at what are they choosing to create as their life and living. And from that space, I found that most people never even consider what it is that they really truly like to create as their life. They sort of allow themselves to create life on autopilot mode. And that's how the project started. I then started creating a blog called Generative Woman because I knew that there's so many women had no idea about what create a holistic life themselves is. They were thinking about there's nothing they can do about it. This is the way things are, and this is as good as it's going to get. So I knew that there are many other possibilities available in the world if we all choose to be and to do and to see different possibilities. And it's a choice we have to make. So I began the project talking to people around the world, inviting them and stimulating them to become a conscious leader in their own life. Because most people don't even consider who is the leader in life. So first question I would invite you all to ask yourself, who is the leader in your own life? Are you a leader in your life? If you're not, who is? And have you actually choose to master your life and yourself? If not, it's never too late. Whether you're 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, or 70, it's never too late to become a conscious leader in your own life. And there are so many choices and so many possibilities available for you out there, only if you choose. But you have to be willing to make the choice to become a leader in your own life first. Unless you make that choice consciously, you would allow this reality to have power over you. And if you keep leading your life according to this autopilot mode, you're going to be a victim of circumstances. You can become a victim of this reality. So the first question that I would invite you to ask yourself, what else is possible? What else can I be and do different to create different possibilities for me beyond what I have ever considered? And what would it take for me to embody and be a conscious leader in my own life? And it is about living in the present moments. What does that mean? It means that being conscious and aware about your choice, about the way you choose to live your life, because the world is full of infinite choice, infinite possibilities, but we are not willing to receive it at the moment. And if you are willing to become aware, to live in the present moment, you will open the doors to infinite choice and infinite possibilities. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jyoti. That was beautiful. Because I thank you for highlighting the power of choice. Because I think that's much more reflective of who we are rather than our abilities. So, yeah, if you choose wisely, I think this planet can be so much more wholesome. Thank you. Rosemary, could I invite you to please enlighten us with your beautiful words?
Thank you. What a privilege to look at all your wonderful faces, to be here and to be inspired. The idea of living a holistic life to me means living your own life the way you want to, being who you really are, letting all your energy come from your own center of your being. And how do you do that? I spent a lot of years trying to do it very well, being very serious, not having much fun, raising 5 children, being divorced, opening a business, doing all kinds of things just to make it work. And one day I realized I had been reading a story to my children, year after year after year, and they loved it. And they lived it. But their mother didn't. So I got the book back out, and it's called Harold and the Purple Crayon. Anyone know it? Yes. If you don't know it, it's worth a read. Harold has a purple crayon. And when he wants to go somewhere, he draws it. If he wants to go in the woods, he draws the trees, and the next thing you know, he's there. If he wants to go to bed, he draws his bed, and then he's asleep in his bed. If he wants to look out the window at the moon, he draws it. The other night we were in Lisbon. French doors opened out. We could see the convent on the top of the hill, and there was the full moon. And I felt like Harold. I had wanted to come to Portugal, and now I'm in Portugal. There's more. I've started a blog which I really would love to continue with your stories. It's called The Currency of the Heart. Because I think that's where we need to live now. We have alternative banking systems. We need more than alternative banking systems. We need to live from our hearts. We need to share ourselves and what we have. We need to learn to be with each other in a totally new way, so that we are really together on this planet, connected in a way that we've never been connected before, not competing with one another, just simply living our lives from the heart. If you have a story about yourself and something you're doing that's connecting your heart with others, I'd love to hear about it. We'll put it on the blog. I was in Kenya a number of years ago and met this wonderful woman whose sister died from AIDS. The sister had a little boy. So this new friend of mine said, I'm going to take care of him. And then she looked around and noticed there were a lot of other little children, also orphans, also needed to be taken care of. She knew she couldn't do it all, but she said, I'll make them lunch. She called her friends and asked if they'd help her, and they said, yes, when do we start? And she said, tomorrow. And the friends came and they made lunch, and the children came and they ate lunch. And now, 5 or 7 years later, there are 500 children that eat lunch with her every day. It wasn't a question of, let's in America, this is how we do it. We gather our friends and we say, I see something I'd like to do. Will you help me? And the other people say, yes, of course. How will we do it? Well, we don't know, but let's meet in a month. You think about it. Bring a plan back. We'll talk about it again. They may do this for 6 or 7 months. Strategically plan how to fix lunch for 500 orphans. That's not the way to do it anymore. We need to see something, feel something, do something about it. And you can. You've all come here. That's the first step to making the next step happen. Thank you.
Thank you, Rosemary. Beautiful, inspired words. That's right. Thank you. Small steps. All we need is a... Do you need water? There is water behind you. But like I said, like we're all drops in the ocean, and every little drop counts. There you are. If I could invite Dr. Laura Barraza, coming from Slovenia. Welcome.
Okay, so hello everyone. So I'm Laura Barraza from Slovenia. I'm with the University of Ljubljana, where I teach the English language, right? So I try to make sense of it, try to see the difference, thank you, that I can make in the world by simply just maybe teaching language at this level. Okay, so life today, we could say that in many respects is kind of tough, right? What I try to do is stay as active as possible, but through that, I have come to take on a lot of roles, different roles in life, like social roles. So professionally, I am a teacher, an educator, a researcher, a teacher trainer, a translator, an author, many and probably some other roles as well. Privately, a wife, a mother, a sister, an aunt, a friend, a confidant, and the list goes on, right? So juggling these roles is not always easy, right? But it has many challenges, but there are also blessings, right? So the way I see it as blessing is that I get to focus my energy on people. So whenever we have to juggle these roles, so we're lucky enough to actually be involved with many people. And being in people's lives, you also have the opportunity to make a difference. So I've always been interested in people and interpersonal communication. So just to tell you a few things about myself. So when I first started out with my academic research, I mostly focused on theoretical linguistics. But I soon realized this is not exactly where my heart is, where I feel my calling is. So I tried to find something else within linguistics where I could work with people more rather than the rules of language and the proper use of language and how people are supposed to use language rather than what they can actually do with it. So I got into translation studies next, which is more connected with people because you always need to take into consideration so people's background, knowledge, political context, their socio-political context, culture, attitudes, expectations. So you basically need to study people more than almost more than language, right? And like I mentioned before, so I come from Slovenia, and there is one particular adjective that we like to associate with Slovenia, which is small, right? This is a small country, and by small we mean there's only about 2 million population, about 2 million speakers of Slovene around the world. So this is one adjective is small. Another one that's also been used that I've noticed is a boutique country. Such a cute word, right? Come from a boutique country in Central Europe. So historically, this might not have been seen as a disadvantage, right? Because we didn't really stand a chance against any powerful political players, military political conflicts. We never really stood a chance. And for that reason, we had to develop many skills, such as adaptability, flexibility, modesty, humbleness, right? And these are all skills which come in handy in today's world, right, in contemporary society. But we somehow still managed to preserve our culture and our language. Actually, preservation of culture was largely based on the preservation of our language. That's why we see our language, the Slovenian language, as the core of our national identity. So belonging to a small culture is not always a disadvantage. If nothing else, we could say that because there aren't that many speakers around the world who speak the language, we sort of get to own it. We have this sense of ownership. I own my culture, I know my language. And on that account, we often feel threatened by anyone trying to change it in any way. Right? People trying to learn it also try to use it the way they feel should be used, or they think, you know, when they use it, they think they're using it correctly. But we feel if they change it, we might lose our national identity, which is just the opposite of the English language, which historically has been up for grabs, basically for anyone to use and to mold and modify as they see fit. And as a consequence, not only has English stood the test of time, but it's become the predominant lingua franca, or as of lately, it's also been referred to as a global language. So it didn't get lost somewhere, right? It was just the opposite. So anyway, so speakers of English, native and also non-native speakers of English, therefore feel like they own it. And as such, English plays the role of connecting people at global level. Okay, so, and this is really important because speaking a world language enables you to exchange ideas and tap into the world knowledge. So anyway, I'll have to skip a few paragraphs on my latest technology that I brought with me. Anyway, so my vision for the future is that in order to be more sustainable and holistic as a society, language might actually play the important role of empowering people to speak their mind and to exchange ideas. And the concept of empowerment should really make a difference and not just be a fancy word. So thank you very much for your attention. And thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. Yetsa, may I invite you to please share with us your journey? Thank you.
Seems that I'm the last, but hopefully not the least. And it is my pleasure to be among all these empowered ladies from all over the world today, indeed. I will expose to you 4 elements that I found relevant for living a holistic life in the 21st century, with, of course, a special focus on the region which we are coming from, and that is my home country, Slovenia. And these are balance, change, passion, and bridges. What I'm talking about. Today we are in a historical moment between past and future. But what a recent present means: globalization, consumerism, human alienation, fast living, changing of traditional roles, hectic everyday, collapse of ethical and moral standards, reorganized system of values. Basic and firm balance between all aspects of life is needed more than any time in history. But how can we achieve that? We need to improve the balance between intellectual, emotional, spiritual, and physical potential. And we need an ingredient that had always led to social progress, empowerment of individuals, groups, and organizations, and that is called change. Have you heard about the CAR model, which means awareness of the need for change, desire to support and participate in the change, knowledge of how to change, ability to implement the change, and reinforcement to sustain in the change. For 20 years, I have been an expert in gender issues and media phenomena, but today I would like to focus on the first, with a concrete example of where we are going, and where we would like to be in 30 years from today. Do not forget that gender equality is one of the most important issues for living a holistic life in 21st century. I would like to present you the case of women employment in top business, political, public and private sector positions, according to recent research we conducted in Slovenia. Why are we talking about need for the gender balance in business management? Because it's good for business. All figures show that 40% income can be higher if women are on top positions. That there are 26% of more profitable share prices movements and 6% of higher net profit. That companies with women managers are more innovative and that women bring more flexibility. And why are women in Slovenia, as well in other developed countries, unequally represented in decision-making bodies? Slovenia is in 4th place in Global Index of Security and Peace for Women, in 5th place in Global Index of Women on top positions in public sector, and in 7th place in progressing with gender equality in management. But, in reality, there are 58% with university degree education, but only 21% among executive directors, and only 5% as presidents of management boards. World Economic Forum says that with the present intensity of these changes, we need 100 years to bridge the gap between the gender in management. Thus, the European Union is prepared guidelines for the systematic improvement of presence of women in executive bodies. So where is the problem of the employment imbalance? Of course, in stereotypes about gender in human resources selection of personnel and career advancement, in lack of transparency in the process of selection for management and supervisory boards, and in prevailing so-called male business culture. What are we doing in Slovenia? Section of female managers is preparing a proposal for legislative changes to be presented and accepted by governmental and legislative bodies, and will be tracking carefully and supervising its implementation. And not to forget, the most important ingredient of personal and professional progress for a living holistic life in 21st century is a process of changing in the passion, of doing things and believing in a better world. We can stay in our comfort zone as observers, complaining about how everything is possible and nothing is impossible to change. Or we can take an active role and start working the changes today. In our organization, which is Femmes Sans Frontières, Women Without Borders, we are aware of that, and thus we are the change. And besides that, we continue building bridges and not walls. And since I'm coming from one of the smallest countries in the world, we are small in the nation, but big in the spirit. I would like to welcome you, of course, in the middle Central Europe, to our green country, which is actually National Park of Europe, and maybe we can continue all our discussions down there.
Thank you, Yetza. Thank you for taking us on that gender parity journey. You're right, we have a long way to go, but I think there hasn't been a time in history more pertinent than this, when the women's voices are being heard louder than ever before. So I think, and this weekend is also a testimony to that fact, that anyone who has a voice is willing to have it amplified by at gatherings like this, and I think that's so important. That's the only way we can move forth into the into the divine feminine coming into its full right. It's time. It's time. I invite you, please, for a group photograph to the front. That was a really beautiful conversation. Thank you. Thank you so much, ladies. Thank you for being here with us and for sharing your beautiful thoughts. Thank you. It's been a pleasure. Thank you. We have a special country focus. We have a contingent from Ghana. Are you here? Corazon? Yes, indeed. With the sunshine on your face. I invite Corazon Aquino to please lead her contingency onto the stage and take us to Ghana. I'd like to invite our sisters from Ghana. Please join us on the stage. We can do better than this. No, seriously. Yes. You know, the best way to circulate blood into all the organs of your body is so simple, just to clap your hands. Okay, clap your hands twice. Oh, yes. Oh, wow, more than thrice. Awesome. Thank you. Welcoming you. Over to you.
Thank you very much. My name is Corazon Aquino, and the interim chairperson for the Ghana Central Region chapter. We are actually glad and we are happy to be here in your midst today to join the global community to celebrate this very occasion. I would like to give the platform to my other colleagues to introduce themselves whilst I take it up from there.
I'm Susie Bill. Margaret Tutuado.
I'm Madeline Apoku.
So, having introduced ourselves, my name is Corazon, as I mentioned earlier on. I am a physician assistant and then a reproductive health advocate, and also specialize in gender and then adolescent health as well. So, first of all, kindly allow me to extend on behalf of the Central Region chapter of Ghana, and perhaps the smallest chapter, my sincerest and warmest greetings to you all. Ghana, a nation on the West African Gulf of Guinea, is known for diverse wildlife, old forts, secluded beaches, coastal towns, colonial buildings, and castles turned museums that serve as testimonials to the slave trade, beautiful forest reserves, among others. It is also a multi-ethnic and multi-religious, and above all, a democratic country. With the 2019 estimated world population, Ghana's population stands at 30.90 million people, ranking 48th in the world, with a female population of 49.1%. So, a brief history of the Central Region chapter. In October 2016, a Ghanaian professional called Dr. Hannah Yamiche, an agriculturalist and a development consultant, read about All Ladies League on the internet and was enthused about the goals of All Ladies, which seeks to empower women. She contacted the global chairperson, Dr. Habin Arora, and expressed her interest to join the organization and the possibilities of opening a chapter in Ghana. The global chairperson approved of it, and so Dr. Nyamiche discussed with two other colleagues, Ms. Lucy Ayeriwoje and then Ms. Hanasa Akodie, who also had a passion to open the chapter in Ghana. All of them, together with Dr. Nyamiche, who was appointed as the first chairperson for the All Ladies League Ghana chapter. The three soul sisters moved the idea on 20th November 2016, the Greater Accra All Ladies chapter was launched. After successfully serving her tenure of office, Dr. Nyamiche handed over to create opportunity for other members to be mentored as leaders. As a result, Soul Sister Mariam Darlington took over on 20th December 2016. Through tireless efforts, Ms. Lucy Ayeriwoje and Mrs. Hanasa Akodie Akwa, all ladies in the Central Region chapter, inaugurated the Central Regional chapter on 22nd December 2016. These are some of the major achievements the chapter has been able to embark on. An enrollment of 28 strong and committed professionals made up of teachers, nurses, physician assistants, doctors, and bankers. A well-organized attended seminars on cervical cancer, financial management with the resource ladies from among the group. And so when we have meetings, we normally don't go out to get resource persons. We just pick resource persons just from within the group. And I've always been one of them, talking on health-related issues. A food demonstration in a cluster of schools in the central region was done to educate adolescent girls on the importance of eating well-balanced diet to prevent anemia among adolescent girls. And there was an orphan visitation to the Royal Seed Orphanage to donate some items to the orphans. We are elated by the fact that globally, women over the years have exponentially played enormous roles through leadership, enduring and innovative skills in all spheres of life, in the aspect of education, engineering, research and technology, entrepreneurship, governance and diplomacy. Gender equality and women empowerment has given a fostering room in today's economic growth and peace around the globe. It cannot be overemphasized that for the world to attain the desired socio-economic and political development, measures aimed at harnessing women's potentials in this 21st century cannot be negotiated. The prophets of Nelson Mandela, former president of South Africa, that freedom cannot be achieved unless women have been emancipated from all forms of oppression, has become a no-debatable reality. Madam Chairperson, I would like to conclude this speech by thanking all of you and expressing our profound and sincere happiness to join this family today to celebrate today's WEF Portugal 2019. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We thank our sisters from Ghana for coming all the way here to join this big family. Thank you very, very much. With such a beautiful name, Love, and of course, other names, but Love stands out. Okay, so now we're gonna have a surprise moment. I suppose you're feeling totally inspired and elated at the moment after all of these wonderful panels. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you about a magical story that happened in the sequence of the Women Dream Weavers event that we did exactly 1 year ago, which was the launching pad for this event. That Women Dream Weavers event happened at Linda School last year, same weekend, 24th of March 2018. And we invited women to come and share dreams they have made come true and to share how they made them happen, what challenges they faced, how they overcame them, and how the dreams really are now being lived. So then we invited these ladies to please send us these dreams in handwriting or whatever, in English and in Portuguese. We translated most of them because they were mostly in Portuguese. And we made a newsletter for exactly 9 months, the time it takes for a baby to grow in the mom's womb. And we had this dream that one day we're going to make a book out of those. But we didn't know when, because of course organizing this WEF event was taking up a lot of our time. But the universe conspired to make it happen much faster than we could ever think it's possible. So one day, on account of the WEF event itself, we were talking to the design department director, Miguel Sanchez, at the Polytechnic Institute, and he was saying, you know, I'd like to get the master's degree students in editorial design also involved in this whole event. Do you have anything to publish? And I look at him and say, oh, you can be sure we do have quite a lot to publish. Because I'm the book lady, I always have stuff to publish. But in this case, I had the women dream weavers' beautiful testimonials from how they made their dreams come true. And so we handed in all of the texts, and there was a sort of a competition to see which students won the prize of getting the book on paper. So they did the design, and then there was this issue, okay, but you have to print a book, right? So that it reaches the hands of some people. In this case, it's not an e-book, it's an actual physical book. And the Polytechnic Institute actually accepted to print it. So they are also the publishers. Not only the students are the designers, but the Polytechnic Institute is the publisher. So we are here today, we've invited these authors, these beautiful women who have shared their inspiration to come and receive this book in their hands, this gift from their dreams, actually. They dreamed it into life as well. So thank you very much, ladies. I will call one by one here on stage to come and receive this gift. And I must thank teacher Ana do Carmo, who managed the young ladies. There were 2 young ladies who won, and their names are, just let me say, they are here. Or are they? Where are the names of the ladies? I'll find out and I'll tell you later. I will. Well, the names of the authors are Bárbara Pinto, Thank you very much, Bárbara.
Thank you.
What's the title of your story?
I don't know. I don't really know.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
She doesn't know, but she will find out now.
I will. Just give me a second. Detachment.
So Bárbara went to the United States for a year. She let go of her family, and she was only 20 years old. And now she's a fully grown woman standing right here with a story in a book. Thank you, Bárbara.
Thank you.
Senta-te aí. Não vai dar para todas sentarem. Cecília Luís, is Cecília Luís in the public? No. Okay. Thank you, Cecília. Dali da Costa. Thank you, Dalida.
Thank you so much.
Dalida shares the story of how she totally overcame addiction and became a coach who now helps people live the life they truly want to.
Exactly. I still don't remember the name of my story last year, so I'm going to check it out.
Yeah. They didn't know this. This is a surprise.
Exactly.
We only told them 4 days ago.
So my story last year was New Habits, New Life.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dalida. Olha, ajuda-me aqui com os livros. Não, deixa estar. Okay. So now we have Elsa Lopes. If you really like our dresses, you can rent one upstairs.
They're really cute.
Obrigada. Muito obrigada.
Elsa shares the story of how she managed to let go of a job she was tied up to and overcame the fear of being left totally with no net. And a few months later, she got a really wonderful job because now she's not unemployed anymore and she's super happy. Elsa Ribeiro Gonçalves. She is the most wonderful journalist from Tumar, and she shares how she really managed to make her dream of becoming a journalist come true, and now she's also a published author.
Thank you so much for this dream come true, Tanya. I really explained that I always want to be a journalist as I was 12, and I do some steps to make this dream come true, because dreams are to make true.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Tens aí mais livros atrás. Ah, anda cá. Elsa, don't go away. Fátima Branquinho, I think she's not here. Okay, but thank you, Fátima. She shares a story of how she went to study after raising her 2 children after the age of 50. And then she also overcame cancer. And then she also left she became retired and started a new job. So she shares 3 dreams. Graça Costa is our writer and poet. And she shares how she has always been bold enough to be exactly who she wants to be.
Thank you all. Yes, I had this dream for lots of years, and one day I say to myself, I need to overcome this fear of showing myself, and I started to write and sharing my way of living, my way of being, and I suppose that's why we are here, why we live in this world, is to share love, to share feelings, and that's what I do, and that's what I love to do. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Graça. Thank you for your inspiration. Helen Alcobia. Helen, our teacher. She shares how she always wanted to be a teacher since she was 5 years old. And she went to primary school because she had them get her in there even before she was 6. She wanted to go to school so much. And now she owns her own language school.
Thank you. Yeah, teaching has always been in me. And it's a passion I have. I have a true passion for education. And today, in the school where I am fortunate to be part owner, we see children as part of our family, and we feel privileged to have the chance to teach them.
Thank you very much, Helen. Thank you for inspiring the world. Isabel Martins, I don't think she is here, but Isabel Martins was challenged to become a bodybuilder. And she is the national champion and European champion, and she has overcome so many obstacles and really, really is going for it, for what she really believes in. Yvonne Cruz. Yvonne Cruz is a Herbalife consultant, and she also has her own communications company. And what she shares is how being happy with others makes her happy, how making others happy makes her happy.
Thank you very much. My dream with Herbalife is make world happy and wellness. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Yvonne, for making the world a happy place. Joana Ferreira. Joana Ferreira is our magic hands lady, and she shares how she managed to experience freedom by letting go of everything that was pushing her back and not letting her express her true magic. She's a really magical woman, I can tell you.
Yeah, that's true.
Thank you so much. Thank you for so much love. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Joanna. Well, they're all magical women, okay? Please, all. We are all, and men. Manuela Souza shares how she creates her Eco Sapiens project, and against all odds, an anthropology expert. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, and now we have Maria da Graça Duarte. Don't think she's here. So she shares how she was actually when her father was very ill in hospital, she was performing Reiki on him for many hours, and then he departed, and how she realized that by being there and helping him depart, she'd also actually done an act of love, and she managed to overcome the loss with the love that she felt. Maria de Fátima Nogueira. Maria de Fátima Nogueira shares how motherhood made her achieve her dreams. Thank you very much, Fátima.
Thank you very much. It was a wonderful experience to be a mother. I was a bit afraid because this world is, I used to think that this world is not the best place to live and to have a human being, but of our responsibility. But then I changed my idea and I'm very happy.
Thank you very much, Fátima. Motherhood is a gift, indeed. And then Patricia Ferreira cannot be here because she's in the Czech Republic. And she shares how she feels a complete woman by allowing herself also to pursue her dreams, leave the country, find the job she really wanted, the love she really wanted, and her story is also very, very beautiful. Paula Bravo. Paula Bravo, who was actually in the hospitality business and now is a fully accomplished reflexology expert.
Thank you. Obrigada. Thank you for this lovely surprise. Thank you all.
Thank you very much. You met Paula at the reception. She's part of the organizing committee of this conference. Rosa Gaspar. Rosa is our yoga instructor, and she shares how yoga has freed her from her prisons and how she really managed to, against everything and everyone, the family didn't really accept it, but now they actually adore and admire her for it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rosa. Rosário Chaveiro is in Mozambique, so she cannot be here as well. But she shares how she used to dream about going to do volunteer work in Mozambique, and she couldn't because she was married and had children. And now she discovered after well, she's over 50, she has gone to Mozambique because she's married, because her husband had a commission there, and now she's volunteering. She's been there for 2 years, and she couldn't be happier. So sometimes what we think is an obstacle is actually an opportunity. Ruth Batista, the champion lady who has managed to overcome cancer 7 times and so many other times in her life in the family. She is an amazing example of resilience and love.
Muito grata por esta maravilhosa surpresa e o sonho que manda a vida. Então vivemos a sonhar.
Thank you very much. Dreams command life. And now we have São Castilho, who is not here as well. And she shares how she never thought she would have the job she has, but then she discovered that it was exactly what she wanted to be, even though she never knew what she wanted to be. Okay, we have Sara Di Chiazza, I don't think she's here, who was actually a PhD in, I can't remember which discipline, but something scientific. And all of a sudden was challenged to find the reason why her daughter was getting ill, and she discovered in herself everything she needed to change to create balance at home, and now she's a natural healer and therapist. Susana Cravo, all the way from Mozambique, has created something called Escolinha Kutsaka, fruit of the dream that everything is possible. She can say just a few words about it.
Thank you very much. I do believe in miracles, and it was a great surprise to receive this news.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. So Susanna just left everything to go and create an experiential learning project with preschool children and now also mothers in Mozambique.
Can I do this one? Excuse me. Sorry. So the next author is this beautiful lady next to me. Her name is Tânia Castilho, as you all know. And she is a wonderful woman, and she accomplished so much. And she shares love with everyone, and she inspires everyone.
Thank you very much. You're welcome. You're going to give me one. Thank you. And now we have Teresa Silveira, who is not here because it was her birthday yesterday and she's in the Azores. But she shares how she actually discovered womanhood after she was 40. So she says she was sleepwalking before, and now she's really living. And then last but not least, Veronica Paiva, who is also not here. She created a project. She left everything behind to create her own natural cosmetics company and workshop. Okay? So what are these books for? First of all, they're the book is The Dream Come True, but they have a purpose. So if you want to pre-order a book of these, all of the revenue you will be donating through us to, firstly, this year, Malkia Foundation, which belongs to a beautiful lady called Fiona Muzumba in Kenya. And she does microloans for other women who do not have the capacity to gain the power, the economic structure that they need to be independent, respected, and to feel they really deserved to be loved and honored. So we're going to donate this year to Malkia Foundation, and then, of course, because the book is going to sell lots of copies, to other foundations other years, but the total revenue is to donate. Okay? Thank you very much. And now we have a very special moment with the Canto Firme Music School, who are going to share. You can stay here. Now it's for you. A piece of music with their metals quintet. Please stay on stage. Where are they? They've gone to fetch some chairs. So does anyone know how to sing? You could sing for, not me, sing for a few minutes. Who? Anna. Stefan, they're there. Oh, okay. I thought someone was going to come up and sing for us. Please come. Thank you. So this is a music school here in Tomar, and they will be performing with their metals quintet for us, for you. Preciso falar alguma coisa, não era? Preciso traduzir qualquer coisa. Tá, ok, então eu espero. Thank you so much. I heard you need some translation for something. Vão falar em português alguma coisa? Queres falar em inglês? Boa, espetacular.
Good afternoon. We are a brass quintet from Tomar, and we have just played Just a Closer Walk, and then we are going to play Killer Tango. Hope you enjoy.
Good afternoon. We've just played Sunset Teco. Before we leave, we would like to thank the organization for the invite. We are now going to play Blue for 5. I hope you liked our concert. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you so much for this absolutely amazing moment. Wow, this was a real good serenade for you, beautiful ladies, for all of us. Thank you. So now I'd just like you to please step forward for a photo and to thank the young ladies who did the design of the book, who are Letícia Gracio and Carolina Medeiros. Someone got the names here. Very special young ladies. Thank you very much. And we'll keep on making dreams come true, all together. Thank you. Okay. Now we will proceed. We have a message to share with you. Yes. Published authors. There will be some items up at the bookstore. Unfortunately, Secretary of State of Sports and Youth cannot be here, João Paulo Rebelo, but he has sent us a message which I'd like you to now enjoy. Thank you.
Boa tarde a todas e a todos. Quero primeiramente começar por cumprimentar a senhora Presidente do All Ladies League, bem como todas e todos quantos estão a participar neste Women Economic Forum que está a acontecer em Tomar. Um cumprimento muito especial também ao município de Tomar. E a primeira palavra é um pedido de desculpas, um sincero pedido de desculpas, mas infelizmente o senhor Primeiro-Ministro, que hoje ia representar o Governo no jogo Portugal-Ucrânia às 19h45, ficou retido em Bruxelas e pediu-me para, enquanto Secretário de Estado do Desporto, representar o Governo nesse jogo e, portanto, é-me de todo impossível estar aí convosco. Faço, portanto, uso das novas tecnologias para deixar um muito curto vídeo, mas uma mensagem sincera, uma mensagem de parabéns a todos quantos organizaram este evento, mas sobretudo da ideia de reconhecer jovens empreendedores, de reconhecerem jovens líderes, porque nós precisamos, efetivamente, que esse reconhecimento seja feito, porque nós precisamos muito e cada vez mais de envolver a juventude e a participação da juventude no desenvolvimento do nosso país. Ao estarem a reconhecer estes jovens, estão a dá-los também como exemplos para todos quantos queiram dar o contributo nas mais diversas áreas, mas sobretudo estas que eu estive a ver atentamente, que contribuem e ajudam à sustentabilidade do nosso planeta. No fundo, contribuem para um mundo melhor, que é este também um dos motes deste vosso galardão. Muito obrigado pelo convite, imensas desculpas pelo facto de não poder estar presente, mas sobretudo um bom fim de semana de trabalho a todas e a todos e parabéns, naturalmente, a estes jovens líderes, a estes jovens do futuro do nosso país, que para ser um futuro radioso tem que ser trabalhado desde já, desde hoje, com os jovens sobretudo. Obrigado.
That was a message from the Secretary of State for Youth and Sports. We thank him. We begin with our last session for the day, Young Leaders and Innovators Creating a Better World for All. So it's my absolute honor to invite on stage someone very special, the Vice President of Tomar Municipality, Hugo Cristovon. Please give Mr. Hugo a warm round of applause as he joins us on the main stage at the Women Economic Forum in Tomar 2019. So I hand you over the stage to say a few words to...
Just to say good afternoon to everyone and to welcome you once again to Tomar and to thanks to all Ladies League and a special thanks to Tanya and of course also from the municipality to all of the ones who have worked, but special thanks to Cidalia and Sonia in name of all that work with me for, in the municipality for this event. So thank you all, and I hope that the rest of the days are well, with great happiness for all. That's a bit of the team. So happiness for everyone, and I hope that you all come many other times to Tomar. So thank you all.
Please have a seat. Thank you so much for your generosity and for being ever graceful hosts. Thank you. We could not have imagined this magic possible without your support. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'd like to invite our first young leader for this session, Maria Afonso Pereira. Inviting Maria, please give her a warm round of applause as she joins us on the stage to share her story. I will tell you a little bit about her. She's the finance director of Extinctas Enterprise, a company founded in 2017, which produces the award-winning project Ignis Capsule to help early detection of forest fires, right? Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So thank you very much. First of all, good afternoon to all of you. And I would just like to start by thanking everyone, by thanking the organization for this invitation and this award, and for thanking everyone, all the ladies who come up and gave their speeches. We absolutely love them. We had the opportunity to listen to a few. So I guess I'll start by talking a bit about the company which I am here representing. A company. It's not quite yet a company, but so it all started with the forest fires that happened in the past October of 2017, in which unfortunately my house was one of the houses that came out affected of this fire. And this inspired me and 4 of my fellow colleagues to create the Ignis capsule, which is a device that is a plastic capsule that is placed underground. It has a radio transmitter and a temperature sensor. And then in case of fire, the sensor detects the increase in temperature and sends the information to the firemen. So essentially, we are giving the firemen live data about the fire that is occurring, and also through the number of activated capsules, the direction and the magnitude of the fire can further be detected. So we developed this project also for the competition Junior Achievement, which Portugal, which many of you may or not already know about. And then we ended up having the privilege of going to represent Portugal in the European competition, which was truly something that we will hold on to forever. So the development of this product took more or less a year. And it was something that left many memories on all of us and gave us many skills that we will hold for the rest of our lives. It also allowed us to see the world from the business perspective, something that we did not expect to achieve, because we are all still in high school, so we did not expect to have to view from such a perspective at such a young age. And it was really rewarding for us, because for the first time we felt that we could really make a change and that we were doing something that was really impactful and it would help some people to get rid of this plague. So I would like also to take this opportunity to thank everyone that has helped us throughout this journey. That is why we wouldn't be here if it weren't for you, and that is why this award is also for you, so thank you all very much. And I would also like to take this opportunity to thank the firemen, because os bombeiros de Portugal, because they are the ones that are the true heroes in this scenario. They are the ones that are constantly fighting the fires, and so we are all very grateful for them for keeping the Portuguese citizens safe. So I suggest a round of applause to them. Thank you. So thank you all very much. I will just conclude by saying that my fellow teammates, Diogo Val, Margarida Machado, Thais França, and Matilde Mendes, they are also incredibly grateful for this prize. So thank you all very much.
Thank you so much, Maria. Have you heard yourself speak? Oh my goodness, you're a firebrand. Look at the magic you're creating. If these are the young leaders, I think we have a bright future ahead of us. We're in safe hands. Thank you, Maria. Please wait here. I'd like to invite Dr. Harbeen Arora, Global Chairperson of all of this, and the Women Economic Forum. Jose, would you please join Dr. Harbeen in giving away this award to Maria Afonso Pereira. Please accept this award as a young innovator creating a better world for all at the Women Economic Forum in Portugal 2019. Congratulations. Congratulations. You need to go. Okay, we'll let you go because we know you have a train to catch. Congratulations. Thank you. I'd like to invite João Gaio e Silva. Welcoming João from Portugal, a political science and international relations student recognized with the Nova Young Talents Award. He's here to speak to us about his passion in leadership and volunteering. Welcome. Absolutely, yes, of course.
Thank you. My first words are necessarily of gratitude. to the City Hall of a branch in the person of our President, Mr. Manuel Valamach, and to Women's Economic Forum in the person of Dr. Arbin Aurora, thank you, and Tânia Castilho, for emprehending such an event and debates essential to the comprehension of this reality as it is without genuflecting to any euphemisms or orthodoxies. So thank you very, very much. As I'm deeply honored to be here, I can't also hide the embarrassment of being surrounded by such inspiring people. And for this reason, under the insecurity of the eloquence and the fear of barely inspiring, let this be a speech of appeal. And it's an appeal essentially for us to think about sustainability through the lens of democracy. We won't certainly do it through the lens of a minimalist democracy, purely electoral. We will do it through a lens of democracy that becomes real as gender equality, as the recognition of human dignity, as social and generational justice, as environmental preservation and civic participation. It is a sustainable democracy anchored in the present, looking ahead to the future, where none of us can neglect each one of its 3 R's, the references, the responsibility, and the responsiveness. None of us can neglect our references, and we have so many here today and in the following days, as living role models of good practices. Baden-Powell, the founder of Scouting, used to say that there is no teaching to compare with example, and the existence of references is therefore a meaning of identity, orientation, and inspiration for the change the world demands. None of us can neglect our responsibilities. The responsibility of overcoming ideals, of subordination and contesting the ones that impose them, the responsibility of affirming the equality of pay and equality in the workplace for men and women, and the responsibility of denying domestic violence, the responsibility of preserving this common house, as Pope Francis says. Without losing gratitude for what has been done, we must have the responsibility of doing what's left to do, starting in our local communities. And lastly, none of us can neglect from the faculty of responsiveness. To the ones that assume public offices, we ask for the natural accountability of your deeds. But to all and each one of us, we're asked for the responsiveness of justifying what we did or what we didn't to the future generations during our time. The heritage of progress, our heritage of respect, our heritage of possibilities. None of us can neglect the right of guaranteeing them the possibility of accomplishing their own dreams. This sustainable democracy takes shape through ballots with our votes, and this year, with general and European elections, we'll have an important word to say about this. But this democracy extrapolates from the electorate to the youth, from the ballot to the daily routine, to the streets, to the casual parliaments, in between friends, to the social networks. So, to think on these 3 R's is to think on freedom. And can we neglect freedom? No, we can't. None of us can neglect freedom. And in this way, to conclude, let me recover the brilliant thought of Hannah Arendt, as she ultimately justifies this democracy of sustainability. Freedom as the meaning of politics, and politics as the way to freedom, the promise of politics itself. Thank you very much.
And for that, João, we'd like to present you this award on behalf of the Women Economic Forum in Portugal 2019. Please accept the award as a young leader creating a better world for all. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for this gentleman doing a remarkable job. Calling on Marlene Zenter. Welcoming Marlene from Portugal on a mission to create a healthy, happy, and vibrant community of sustainable impact makers. We welcome you.
Would you like this? First of all, I'd like to also give my appreciation to this conference and to everybody that has been here. I'd like to ask a question around who has been having a very long and also very exciting day so far. Can you raise your hands? Awesome. I'd like to invite you to a second thing, which is stand up for a second. Just for a moment. Let's all stand up. Also the ones in the rows behind there. Awesome. And find yourself a little space so that you can move. And now I'd like you to start bouncing. Just bounce a little bit. And jump. Just a little bit. Start shaking your hands. Shake your hands. Bring them up, 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 up. Now start shaking your shoulders. And the neck. And now we give a little movement with the jaws, like make a yawn. Keep on moving. And some funny sounds. Wow. Come on, and now give it all. Just shake it all out. Give it all. Awesome, thank you. You can take a seat again. How do we feel now? Oftentimes we forget how amazing it feels to be alive. For the past few months, I have been working in a co-working space, focusing on social impact. And what I've been seeing and experiencing myself on a daily basis was the following thing. People sitting hours and hours in front of their laptops, typing, phone calling, Skyping, and in between they went to the kitchen to grab yet another coffee and another coffee and another coffee to make it through their daily to-do list. I observed that they felt a huge sense of responsibility, a responsibility to make their impact happen that they're envisioning. And this responsibility was there to make not only their project, but also to themselves survive. This responsibility oftentimes bounded them to their chair until very late. They for sure didn't feel alive, such as you just experienced. Anxiety was rather the norm. Why? My answer is disconnection. Part of our society has already understood that business cannot be done out of the sake for making money anymore. We have already understood that we need purpose to thrive and that we cannot harm the earth. We need to improve the implementations of that, but the awareness of it is there. What we haven't quite yet understood, but conferences like this actually make me really feel that we are on a good way, is that in order to take care of the world, we need to take care of our own selves. So the disconnection that I'm talking about is not the ones towards others or towards the earth. The disconnection that I'm talking about, that is bubbling up to the surface more and more, is the disconnection to the own self, to the emotions, to the own bodily sensations, to the thoughts that we are having. Now, most of us that are sitting here probably have made this awareness already, and I want to believe of myself that I have done so as well. However, whenever I used to go into my former workplace, I could sense the gap into my body, a cut right here. This led me to the questions. How come that even if you're working for a purpose, anxiety is still there? What is actually happening at work? Why do we still believe that all of us have to work from 9 to 6? Just because in former times, in industrial times, at the assembly line, this has been defined as the norm. How did working over hours become normal? Why do we think that just because our bosses, our colleagues or co-workers work in a certain way, we shall do so too? Next to working in communities and in co-working spaces, I have been studying and gaining experiences in 2 more areas: brand strategy and trauma release. This second area helped me to find an initial understanding, a potential understanding of the questions that I just asked, an answer for that. Trauma, individual, generational, and cultural trauma. What does trauma mean? I can talk hours and hours and hours about trauma, and I'd like to invite you, if you're interested in that topic, to grab me afterwards or in the next few days to speak about that. But for now, in a nutshell, trauma means that we are trapped in survival mode. That our system, after having gone through one stressful or an accumulation of stressful experiences, still thinks it needs to fight or flight in order to survive and live. It is our system that does not feel safe. Although nowadays, we actually can say we can feel safe. And this is exactly what happens for most of us at work. Even if we are working on a cause that really motivates us, that we are really passionate about, we are still acting out of survival and do not feel safe at work, which makes us feel a disconnection to the body. Now, the first field I mentioned that I'm interested in is brand strategy. And it recently brought a very important person into my life, whom I'm now happily calling my purpose partner. Juliette, equally a brand enthusiast and lifelong self-developer, and we met in a program, and we quickly formed this idea of the Brand Circle, a project that aims to empower and guide social, environmental, and any conscious entrepreneur to lead and to live the change that they want to be in this world. We combine our know-how in brand strategy with our wisdom around holistic lifestyle and trauma. And this creates a program which supports change leaders to work on their brand while understanding and developing themselves, which in the end will lead to true holistic impact. Because a brand only can truly be and maintain its sustainability when it comes from this feeling of aliveness that you witnessed before, when it comes from the true knowledge of the own heart, and because together we can create a world where we all are one. Thank you.
Thank you, Marlene. You moved us. Thank you. I'm sure we're gonna hear more from you. You're around for this weekend? Yes, I am. Beautiful. We'd like to present you. Yes, yes. Yes, you moved us spiritually and otherwise. We'd like to present you this award as a young leader creating a better world for all on this beautiful first day of the Women Economic Forum in the historical city of Tomar 2019. We have it. I think we have the moment captured. Most definitely in our hearts we do. Have a seat. Thank you. If I could invite Minerva Renata. A pleasure to have her company for the second time today. Inviting Minerva from Brazil. She designs, she coordinates, and facilitates projects with the intention of leaving a legacy of strong community self-esteem. Welcoming you.
Thank you, everyone. It's a big honor to be here in this event and feeling the women power growing inside of me and in this room. And I want to share a bit of my journey, how I got to here. It all happened 10 years ago after I was part of this training for change makers, that I could realize that I could put together the skills I was learning in university with the passion I had in my heart. As an architect student, I didn't know I could have such a big and meaningful dream and make a real difference in people's lives. Making a difference in people's lives actually means making a huge difference in my own life. Empowering people actually means empowering me. It means feeling useful. It means feeling I had a new purpose to be alive, and not only wait for the weekends to arrive. And if I only knew how many weekends I would give up to work, who knows if I would have gone on with this idea. Awakening this awareness of being able to do something to make the world a little better also meant I didn't feel I could fit at all in the corporate world. This realization was inspiring and scary at the same time. But I was sure that if I found the right people and put in the right effort, that could become my everyday life, and it did. I don't know exactly where the trust I had that I could create my own career came from, but I do know that I'm so grateful for every single person that made part of this journey, supporting me to keep me going, celebrating the achievements, and suffering the frustrations together. They were not few. There were so many inspiring people that crossed my path, all their resilience, all their happiness for having the feeling of being in the right place, just made me believe that I could do the same. I really can't thank enough being here to represent the team of women that made Acupuntura Urbana, which is my social business, possible. What an honor to find such precious being and find out that we all share the same purpose in life. Without Andrea Sender and Inês Fernandes, who by the way is Portuguese, all these ideas would probably not become a proper social business. And now, after 7 years, making community dreams come true and having directly impacted over 10,000 people, it's beautiful to see other women being able to live their purpose through our business and feel that we are being so well represented by them in the field work. The world needs more people living with passion and purpose. We were taught to work for our own selves, but they just forgot to tell us this tiny detail. Working for the collective, nature, and for all beings in the planet also means working for ourselves on a much more powerful and meaningful way. Connect with your passion, dream big, put yourself in motion, and trust that if it's the right path, things will rise. And if I had to choose one message to leave here to you today, it would be that being happy is a mere consequence of connecting with your life purpose. Don't be afraid to work for your dreams. It's never too late. I can't say it will be easy, but we will find joy and truth. And as the dear Satish Kumar would say, if you align your head with your thoughts, your heart with your passions, and your hands with your actions, it's very unlikely that things won't go right. So just trust and go. Thank you.
Thank you, Renata. We'd like to present you with a small token, an award acknowledging the work you do. You are indeed a young leader creating a better world for all. If we could invite on the stage João Pereira. Welcoming João, the founder and CEO of Book in Loop, Uniloop, and Baby Loop. Part of the circular economy, the Book in Loop, part of the circular economy, provides an online platform for school books reusage all over the country. An absolute innovator in his own right. Welcome. All yours.
First of all, thank you very much for the invitation and for the prize. It's really a great honor for us and for the team that I'm representing here to be awarded with this prize. We started 2.5 years ago with Book in Loop. That was a platform to share used textbooks. So people could hand out the textbooks, they don't need it anymore, in a, in a supermarket, and then we would check if their quality was okay to be reused, and we would pay people to those textbooks. We started with this business, but then we started expanding to other business. We have launched Baby Loop. Sorry. That is the same principles and the same framework, but applied to baby materials such as cars, baby cars, or car seats. So people can go to a supermarket in Portugal, hand out that material. We pay them if the material complies with the quality criteria, and then it allows other families to get access to quality goods with a major discount, but with a quality control. We right now are expanding to other sectors, the same framework that we have tried and tested until now, and are starting to look to internationalization for the next year. Thank you very much.
Presenting to João Pereira. A young innovator creating a better world for all. If I could invite onto the stage Vanessa Baragao. Vanessa, are you not here? I will go ahead and invite Luis de Matos. Please welcome Luis de Matos, the chairman and CEO of Follow Inspiration, who has developed We Go project and other technological solutions, especially adapted to the specifics of its users and industry. It's a pleasure to have you. Welcome. That's for you.
Thank you very much. Well, first of all, thank you very much to the organization for this award. It's a big pleasure for me to be here after a tributed trip to arrive here. I will not along in too many words for you. I will just to say that I truly believe that all of us have an important role in our society, and it's important to believe in this. So with these cranes, I create a company that are developing technology that could be really helpful in our society. Because, like us, I believe that technology could improve our quality life and could give the right things for people who most need it, like people with reduced mobility or disability. I used to use a quote that inspired me, and I will share with you this quote that tells us something like this. The technology for normal people make the things easy, but the technology for people with reduced mobility make the things possible. And I truly believe in this, and I'm here to create this kind of technology. Thank you very much.
A true inspiration. Thank you. Thank you. You really are a representation of what we're talking about this weekend. Thank you for being with us. Thank you. We'd like to present you. Please, Jose, join us in presenting the award. As a young innovator creating a better world for all. Yes. Maybe we can all come together. Awardees, I request you to come together. Yes. Yes, please. A little bit of noise. We're at the end of the evening. Thank you so much. And Congratulations to each one of you, and please keep doing the fantastic inspirational work each one of you are doing. You're making this world a better place in your own beautiful ways. Thank you. Obrigada. Thank you. And it's a wrap for the evening. Thank you so much for your kind attention. Yes, inviting this beautiful girl that we've seen much more of. Here you go.
Good evening. So today we are closing our sessions, and I'd like to inform you that the Templar Gala dinner will be at the same place where lunch was, which is Lodge Restaurant. O jantar de gala templário é no restaurante Lodge at 8:30, às 8:30. You do not have a bus this time, so we request each one, please, finds their way to the restaurant. Cada chegará ao restaurante pelos seus próprios meios. And, of course, I want to thank all of you for having been here throughout this absolutely magnificent day. And I hope to see you in a short while for an absolutely magnificent evening as well. Thank you very, very much. And see you in a short while. Thank you.
Hostel 2300 Tumar is located in Tumar's historical centre. Its innovative and simple design offers its clients several facilities, such as the dining room where breakfast is served, a 24-hour reception desk, a cosy living room with cable TV, music, free Wi-Fi, a reading area and computers with internet access, a relaxing terrace, a fully equipped kitchen, and a welcoming team to cater for each client's needs.
Sustentar as redes da vida.